Good evening. I'm just about to go and do a little performance at a new storytelling venue that's open called Utterly Bearwood. And it's in Bearwood, which is not far from my house, about half an hour's drive. And hopefully you'll see how some of the storytelling happens in the UK. We would love for a lot of it to have a higher status, the same as theatre and dance, but it's still not as recognised in Great Britain as it is in some of the other European countries. We're not in Europe. So this is in a library, and quite often storytelling events do take place in libraries or other venues that are not theatres. So I hope you like it, and it might not have a huge turnout just because we have torrential rain, just the worst weather outside. I'll probably get soaked and look like a drowned rat when I turn up. Hey ho, here we go. And he helps organise Utterly Bearwood. Tell us a little bit about Utterly Bearwood, Gavin.
It's Utter Bearwood because it's all about what we say. Utter Bearwood is storytelling for the people. We're a storytelling club that is for local people, for local storytellers, for local performance people who were looking for a platform in the Black Country, because the Black Country's kind of been overlooked in the past. And
just explain the Black Country, because people from all over the world watch my YouTube channel.
Well, the Black Country is an area on the side of Birmingham, of the second city of England, that has been overlooked because it's rather impoverished. In fact, it's on the Europeans' number 7 most impoverished areas in the world. So there's a lot that needs to be done here, and a lot of people haven't seen art and arts events, so that's why we're introducing them.
And yet there is a rich mine of storytelling that can be unearthed in the Black Country.
Absolutely.
And isn't it true that if you read Chaucer with a Black Country accent, it makes perfect sense?
Totally. In fact, the Black Country accent is the original English accent of the area. If someone from this area speaks to you and says, "All right, how are you?" they're actually speaking in the original King's English from 10,000 AD.
So very much, mate. That's lovely knowing it. Thanks a lot, Gavin.
Go back up your bunk. They worked hard with them, and they were grateful, and they did not complain about what they had received in life, and they too became quite skilled in their carpentry, but one, the youngest daughter, who tended to her father's sores, to her sister's wounds, and worked hard to keep the house in order.
Scattered them behind her, so that all the fishermen were picking up the pearls. They knew their value, until the young man with the mermaid in his arms was being followed by just one person, and that was his mother, who, as mothers often do, had high hopes for her son making a good marriage. And she screamed after him, "You can't go with her, she is not one of us, you cannot go with her." But he ran to the sea, he splashed through the waves until it was deep enough for the mermaid to float. She took his hand, they swam beneath the waves.
And so I do not present myself alone. I present myself in front of you with all the storytellers who have gone before me and who are standing behind me, and I honour their memories and I honour their stories. So let us start the tale. Sing, Selkie, sing. It's time for you to sing. Sing, Selkie, sing. Your soul, it needs to sing. Sing, Selkie, sing. Selkie, sing. Selkie, sing. Selkie, sing. Scuttling, hundreds of them, clitter, clatter, clatter, clitter, sideways, scurry, hard and hurry, on waves arching, they come marching up and on the shore. And they enter that cave, and they start to clean the shrines, clean the hair with their little claws, click, clack, clack, click. And it is said that if you are brave enough to go near them, you'll see on their shells faces trying to push out, faces trying to push out of the shells of those crabs. And those faces are the faces of the selkies, the soul of the selkies, trapped inside those shells. If you lean your ear against the wind that thrums and strums itself upon the beach, and if you listen carefully, you'll hear a song being sung. The song of the Selkie bride, whose death was the cause of it all. And it is said that nobody sang that song better than the young blind novice. Sing, Selkie, sing. It's time for you to sing. Sing, Selkie, sing. Your soul, it needs to sing. Sing of the man who took you from the sea. Sing of your love and of captivity. He did not want you free, so sing, Selkie, sing, Selkie, sing, Selkie, sing, Selkie, sing. In the time that is, the time that was, and the time that is yet to come, said Kate, there was... And to him, she was salt and sea, pale and free, oyster wet as tulips met, skin so bare, dark of hair, and cool against his skin. He inhaled her in, and he turned to her. He said, come with me, be... And so they started that time together, that time of tumble love. You know that time? Yeah. I bet you do. The first start, the first flush of a relationship where you touch your love and you tumble, and you kiss your love and you tumble, and you taste your love and you tumble. Tumble love. Tumble love, tumble love, tumble love. Here's her thigh and there's her sigh, looks in her eyes, his soul it flies, it's love. Tumble love, tumble love, tumble love, tumble love. She looks at his lips and her soul's eclipsed, and there's his hair, he's like a bear, it's love. Tumble love, tumble love, tumble love, tumble love. Her lips are sweet and made to greet, her curves are soft and he is lost, it's love. Tumble love, tumble love, tumble love, tumble love. She feels his heat and his heartbeat and tastes his sweat, salty and wet, it's love. Tumble love, tumble love, tumble love, tumble love. And there's her hair on his skin bare, it's his delight on every night, it's love. Tumble love. I love you. He pushed her away. No, he said. No, I will not have that, and I will not have that mobile phone either. Turn it off straight away. He said, you will not come with me. You will stay. I know she is good, and because she is such a good wife, everything will be fine. And he arrived at his little cottage there, nestled like a brooch in the shimmering light of the moon. And he was surprised because the garden was slightly unkempt. It was unlike her. She was a good wife. But he walked through the garden and he looked at the house, and The house, the shutters were broken and the thatch was not fixed, but he disregarded this. He walked into the house, he just wanted to see her, and he went into the bedroom, and there, in the light of the moon that came through the window, there he could see her figure, lying on a mattress on the floor. And he smiled. Kiss her face. But she had no face. He was looking at the corpse of his bride. There was no skin there. His wife, and he flung it against the wall. The body of his beloved he flung against the wall. Bloodied and bashed, splintered and smashed, slaughtered and hacked, bones crunching and cracked, seal pups' painful cries, tears in mothers' eyes as babies were battered, their small bodies shattered. The men did not cease, ears deaf to their pleas, till all became still, and there was no more to kill. Sing, Selkie, sing. It's time for you to sing. Sing, Selkie, sing. Your soul, it needs to sing. Sing of the battle, how the sea turned red. Of Selkie bodies washed up pale and dead, and then the crabs they came so. Sing, Selkie, sing, Selkie, sing, Selkie, sing. And Kate continued. And nearer, and she knew she could not move, she knew she could not move, but she moved her head just a tiny bit, and that thin silk veil dropped down just a little bit and exposed the tip of her golden plait. Said the Mother Superior's voice, I'm so sorry, I should have fixed the scarf better, but you're here now, Kate, you're here, you survived. And Kate, she started to cry. She could not keep the tears in. Hot, fat, salty tears trickled down her face, and she sobbed silently. There, there, said the Mother Superior. There, there. And she felt her face being stroked by cool hands. Cool hands. The Mother Superior was not wearing her mittens, her gloves, and Kate realised her hands were cold, clammy. And suddenly she realised that between the fingers there was flesh. There was flesh between the fingers. Your hands! She said, your hands! What's wrong with your hands? And she felt their hands. Mother, breathe in and breathe out and breathe in. That's how simple death is, Kate. You breathe in and you don't breathe out. Sing, Selkie, sing. It's time for you to sing. Sing, Selkie, sing. Your soul, it needs to sing. That daughter watched her mother fade away. And on her death she knew she could not stay. Her heart it broke that day. So sing, Selkie, sing, Selkie, sing, Selkie, sing. And so the young girl, Kate, she had to leave. And Kate, she felt all of her pain disappear, and she lifted her head to ask the Mother Superior, why? But the Mother Superior had gone, down, down, down to the cove, The Mother Superior stood there in front of the sea, and she took off her headscarf, and she took off her clothes, and she stood there, old and naked and resplendent, with her dark hair billowing in the stormy wind, and she entered the sea. And Kate, she knew. And Kate, she sang the last verse. Sing, Selkie, sing. It's time for you to sing. Sing, Selkie, sing. Your soul, it needs to sing. Your daughter's home, she's gone back to the sea. Her soul's with you, and now you are happy, for you're both finally free. So sing, Selkie, sing, Selkie, sing, Selkie, sing, Selkie, sing.
So, hi, you've just seen Song of the Selkie and heard it here at Utter Bearwood at Thimble Mill Library.
Yeah.
Yay. Sponsored by Black Country Touring. Yay. What did you think?
Thought it was excellent. Really, really good. Brilliantly performed. Really well done. The whole setting was excellent. Contemporary performance, and with obvious links back to Homer and the Homeric tradition, the same techniques. And to see those links, the repetition, the same techniques used that Homer used, just excellent, really good, recommend it.
Thank you so much. As I said, I didn't know that I did that, because I'm not taught to do anything, I'm not trained. And yeah, thank you so much.
Hello again. What a lovely, lovely, lovely evening. It was just great. And I'm all snuggled up in bed now. My lovely fairy lights, which aren't on. Because I am a little bit poorly, and it's such a powerful show, it does take it out of you a little bit. But I'm so happy people came to listen to it, and people got quite emotional. They told me afterwards, and they wrote lovely things on the Facebook page, so that's just great. And I hope you enjoyed the little bits of it that you heard too. There's no point being a storyteller unless you have ears who will listen to your voice. So thank you for giving me your ears. Thanks a lot.